Giselle, let's start with quality, okay? You are the author of the new quality model, which is called Script, Speech, and Sound Model. Could you please tell us a bit more about this model?
Okay, so thank you for your interest, for looking into the model. As you said, it's a quality framework, a quality assessment framework, and it is intended to evaluate and, if we want to rate as well, the quality of dubbing, both studio recorded and AI generated dubbing. Script, speech, and sound. So it has two separate rubrics. The script rubric, which is more focused on script, it's more in-depth, error-based. You can calculate a percentage score based on the number of errors, and it focuses on the translation, linguistic aspects, all that has to do with the dubbing script. So script, speech, and sound, and there's a speech and sound model. And it includes 15 quality indicators to evaluate, and if we want to rate the dubbed product or output, because now I use the term output as well, as a whole. And so 15 quality indicators divided into two main categories, the speech category and the sound category. The speech-related quality indicators are those elements that are conveyed through speech, so even the dialogue, even the translation, linguistic aspects, not as in-depth as the script rubric, but also the linguistic aspects, synchronization, vocal output, vocal delivery, voice qualities, role performance, and so on and so forth. And then the sound category includes those elements conveyed through, let's call it, the sound design. So generally, let's say those elements that in studio recording, traditional recording, they would be dependent on the mixing and editing and the sound technician's role. So elements such as voice balancing between newly recorded voices, the right balance between foreground and background sound, sufficient depth for background voila, camera shots, so positioning of the voice, room tones, filters. I could go on and on and on. But what matters ultimately is that they need to blend into the final output. So in other words, if we want to verify the quality of AI dubbing and identify where editing is needed, so we can rate the overall quality by rating each quality indicator, but we can also identify where the issues lie, label them, and recommend specific action and enhancements on a macro level or even on a micro level. I don't know if this answers your question too.
Yes, perfectly. And this is a very much needed evaluation, right? That we need at the moment, especially with the rise of AI dubbing, because I think most people are already used to regular dubbing, right? But AI
Yes.
dubbing is something new. And such quality models are desperately needed, I would say, so that we have a reference point or what to do, how to assess, right?